everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode. Today is July 9th, 2018. I'm your host, James, alongside always, his name is...
I'm Andy.
And we welcome you to join us on this epic journey as we all become legend of the nerds. Afternoon, sir.
Afternoon.
Noticing your hair's getting a little long.
Yeah, I mean, it's
you
down...
got that rock star 80s
It's
look going
down
on.
to like the nose. Sometimes the back will curl, so I'm like, oh, I'm going sporting the mullet, or maybe...
No, what you gotta do is get some beads and just
No.
be up the little bangs going on.
I plan on getting it cut. It's just finding the time, because I sleep through the day.
Nah, man,
So,
long.
no, I hate this so much. It's in my eyes, it's in my ears, it's starting to curl up the nose.
Bring back the 80s hair, man.
No, I'm good.
Probably.
Plus, when it's hot out right now, it's like 90-something degrees.
Hey, you shade your eyes with it, you're fine.
It's like I would like to get rid of the peach fuzz sometimes, but I'm like, I don't like getting rid of it.
That's a little more than peach fuzz.
I like it a little bit. I don't know. But the hair, yeah, I got to get it cut.
Yeah, that's a little more than peach fuzz. That's full grown.
I don't think so. It's... Yeah.
Just grow that out. That's what we need.
I
need a co-host with a huge beard. Can you do that for me?
I don't think that's a bit. It doesn't get much thicker than that. That's why I call it peach fuzz.
That's a little goat mustache.
No, I'm
thing
good.
on there.
I'm good there. Don't need to look like the goat.
What else is going on with you?
Oh God. I told you before. I got to rant about these cops all of a sudden if they're watching.
Okay.
Hey, now they're gonna pull me over apparently. What is it with police officers all of a sudden where they pull you over for not the dumbest thing, because technically you are breaking the law,
right?
But then you see them doing the exact same thing. So my dad got pulled over for not, and it happened to me when we worked at Domino's, for not coming to a complete stop, where you're going like a mile or two per hour.
Okay.
And you go, and no one's coming, and you go through a stop sign, and you get pulled over. Yeah, I see a city PD guy not even come to a complete stop at a stop sign. If I had gone, I had the legal right away because he hadn't even been there. If I started going, he probably would have hit me.
Probably.
It's like, seriously? Or, obviously, you can't drive with your cell phone in your hand. It's against the law. Unless you come to a complete stop and you're parked somewhere.
Right.
Well, I'm at the police station playing Pokemon Go with a bunch of people. We're all parked in the parking lot. And an undercover cop, because it's not in a cop car, is blocking the exit because he's playing on his phone.
But did he stop?
His car was still running, and yes, he was parked. So he's blocking the exit, and someone's trying to get out. And you know if they honk at the guy to move, he's going to probably pull you over for something or complain. But if that was one of us blocking the exit, playing on our phone, we'd get a ticket.
So you have this small issue of police officers being a little hypocritical.
Yes, they're corrupt.
I wouldn't go that far.
Or I think,
maybe a little hypocritical, but not corrupt.
Or, I love this. Let's go speeding down the road. Federal Street is a speed zone. Like, people fly down there. I wish cops would sit
on 25, right?
It's 25,
okay.
Yeah. And I see people doing 40 down that place all the time. But what is it when a cop goes flying down the road with no siren lights going on? I understand you don't need the siren. The siren is meant to tell people to move out of the way.
Yeah.
But you should have your lights on.
Have the lights going.
Yeah. Ooh. But whoosh, apparently, I've been told by the people that...
The people?
You know, the dispatchers.
Okay.
That they don't have to turn their lights on. The lights are just meant for people to move out of the way.
Okay.
No. The siren is meant for you to move out of the way. Or the waste of taxpayer money with the state police. Now we're getting state police here. Where last night, from St. Albans to Georgia, it's 8 miles? And I see 3, bam, 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 going from that 8-mile distance. Do we really need 3 state troopers spread out 8 miles?
Now, are they all on the going west?
Yes, go all on the same side of the road.
Okay.
Do we really need 3 of them there? Yet then not one from Georgia to Essex.
You know what a plot is? The first cop car was probably just no one in it. Just a reminder.
Still.
And then, I don't know.
It just irritates me.
It was like 10 o'clock at night,
yeah, it's 10 o'clock at night.
Okay.
Grinds my gears.
Grinds your gears.
It just grinds my gears. Hey, if we're not complaining about something on this show, people aren't watching.
That's right. So. That's why we're here.
Other news, real quick, before we get to the checklist here. Steve Ditko, if people don't know him, the biggest thing I know him from is he's a co-creator of Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. He recently died at the age of 90. So he did live a long, amazing career. Or a long, amazing life, I should say. So we got to give our props out.
You know what else I found out, too? About 2.5 weeks ago, the Bush Beans Golden Retriever passed away.
Yes, I was told about that.
Yes, I wanted to We should dedicate this show
the Bush's
for the
baked
Bush
beans.
Beans
Exactly.
Golden Retriever.
Bush's baked beans dog passed away. Hey, there are a bunch of dogs out there that are very famous. You had I remember Airbud dog
Yep.
dying. You have the Bud Light dog.
Yep.
I forget his name, but he passed away. You have the Bush's baked beans dog.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's a famous dog. I think he's still alive, actually. The Chihuahua from Taco Bell.
Oh God, that's not a dog. If you can fit it in a purse, it's not a dog.
Oh, come on now.
If my cat can beat it up, is it really a dog?
Technically, yes.
Oh my God.
Technically, yes.
Oh, it's a Paris Hilton doll, is what it is.
Okay.
Okay. Unless you have anything else, we have a huge show today.
We have a nice long show today. Let's kick off a little wrestling chat,
A little
huh?
wrestling talk. We have Monday Night Raw to go over. We had Kurt Angle set up this 6-woman tag match, trying to get Sasha and Bayley to coexist. They lose the match, and Bayley just goes right after Sasha. A lot of people are saying, finally, we have not seen this intensity out of Bayley, and she destroyed Sasha Banks, like throwing her into the stairs and everything. Is this good for Bayley's career?
No.
No?
No. Bayley lost my interest in her a long time ago.
Yeah, because they tried...
Unless she changes her entire gimmick, I just
Well,
don't
this could
care.
be maybe a heel turn for her. I mean, they tried to do this, I think, last year at Extreme Rules, where she was facing Alexa Bliss in a hardcore match, and she couldn't really hit people with objects and stuff like that.
It looked terrible.
And maybe this is the push. Maybe she's trying, I guess. We'll see.
What she needs to do is heel change, and then her little air dancers need to have black and purple colors instead.
Could be. Braun Strowman wanted to tag team with Kevin Owens.
I love this storyline
they-
between Kevin Owens and Braun
They
Strowman.
faced off against Finn Balor and Baron Corbin. And during this, when KO's talking to Kurt how he doesn't want to wrestle with Braun, I don't know the exact words, so I'm trying to paraphrase it, but KO basically says, I don't want to wrestle with him. Look at him. He always gives me the look where he's licking his lips like he wants to eat me. And it was just funny. I'm loving this little...
It's a great storyline right now.
Yeah. After the match, Braun tries to attack Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens hightails it to the parking lot, looking for his car. And the valet says it's right over there. And Braun Strowman had flipped it upside down.
Yeah.
So
Well, Kevin's like, where are my keys? Where are my keys? They're right there. Get them. I don't have your keys. What do you mean I don't have my keys? He's got them.
Yep.
Then Braun's just smiling.
Exactly.
Hey, Kevin, hope you got insurance, because there's your car.
Yeah.
The best part about that scene was Owens, way he sells it, but as the camera pans over the car, and slowly pans back, you just see people running with fire extinguishers.
Yes.
That's the best part of the whole clip.
We had the rematch between Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler for the IC title. Seth wins, but by DQ, so he's still not the champion. B Team wins again. Curtis Axel beat Matt Hardy in a singles match. Moving on to the second week of Raw, we have now Sasha and Bayley going to counseling. And what's funny about this is they're going to the same counselor that Daniel Bryan and Kane went to. So will we see some hugging it out going on in this?
No. This isn't going the same path.
This isn't going to happen the same path?
No.
Because my thought is I want a women's tag team division. They need it because there's so many women wrestlers on the roster now.
They really are, yep.
And there's a lot of women tag teams. Could this be where they hug it out and become a tag team and become the first Raw Women's Tag Team Champions?
It's tough. It's a tough
The
call.
problem is...
I mean, Sasha Banks is a great wrestler as a singles competitor.
Yeah.
She doesn't need to be in a tag.
The problem is I don't ever see WWE going ahead and making a women's tag team division. TNA tried to do it, and it was an epic fail.
Well, this is coming from TNA.
Yeah, but WWE is now stepping up their women's division game and doing a lot in the last year or two with the women's division. So I could see it, and they have so many women that they need another title. That's the problem.
They need something. They need something. I will agree with you there.
We then have another match featuring KO and Braun Strowman. This time it's a one-on-one match, and Kevin's trying to get advice from everybody. He even goes to Jinder Mahal to try to find inner peace, which doesn't happen. And he goes into the match, and it lasts probably 2 seconds, and then he just hightails it and gets counted out. Heads outside trying to leave again, and trying to find a hiding spot. He hides in a porta potty.
Yes.
Braun's looking all over the place, walking by, and then all of a sudden he hears a little noise, a little shake in the porta potty, and finds out Kevin's in it. Duct tapes a whole roll of duct tape around it to lock him in there, and then just drags the porta potty
Which
out.
is impressive on its own.
Yeah, because it was a big porta potty.
It was.
Drags it out to the arena and ends up tackling it off the entrance ramp, and Kevin just gets dumped in the porta potty.
Right.
Funny scene, I thought.
It was a great scene.
I loved it.
It's well done.
This Kevin Owens, Braun Strowman thing is turning out to be pretty entertaining. Could we end up seeing a match where it's those two, like Kevin doesn't want to fight Braun, Braun does. So to get Kevin to fight Braun, he puts up the Money in the Bank title contract and KO wins it. We've only seen it once where Mr. Kennedy, Ken Kennedy, when he was there,
Yep.
Mr. Anderson, won the briefcase, and then Edge challenged him for the briefcase and won. That's the thing I hate with WWE. They're like, Edge is a 2-time Money in the Bank champion. No, technically he only won it once, and then he won the contract in a singles match against Andrew.
He still
Ken
won the
Kennedy.
Money in the Bank, though.
Still. The only time that's ever happened. I could see it happening again.
They could do it again. I mean, right now that briefcase is useless.
Oh, yeah.
It's absolutely useless. And I say that because of the recent breaking news with Brock Lesnar
With UFC.
getting a UFC title match in November.
Why does he need a title match? He hasn't done crap.
So are we going to see Brock Lesnar walk around with the UFC title and the Universal Championship around his shoulder?
Hence now why it makes sense why on Raw, when they were setting up a multi-man match at Extreme Rules to be number one contender for SummerSlam, they said, well, we can't now because Brock Lesnar has other contracted obligations. I'm like, just strip the title from him because it's supposed to
That's
be...
exactly what they need to do.
What happened to the whole 1 month...
take it away.
The 1 month title defense then?
Yep.
So like I said, it's been 400-something days, and we still haven't seen him change the title change hands.
No,
kind
and
of
he
thing.
won't either. It's ridiculous.
Exactly. Let's see. What do we have? That was it for Raw. We're moving to SmackDown. We have to give props to Becky Lynch beating up the women's division here. Ever since Money in the Bank, she's starting to go through the SmackDown women's roster.
She's got a little bit of a winning streak going
She
on.
beat Charlotte. She beat both Iconics. I think she beat...
That's not very hard, though.
No, I know, but what I'm just naming off
I
people
know.
in the women's division on SmackDown. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. I mean, so that's 5 straight wins. So yeah, she's on a tear. We have Daniel Bryan versus Luke Harper in week 1 here after he interrupted their walkout after they got a win. And it ends up being, I think, a DQ, and both Bludgeon Brothers attack him. And I was waiting for it, and we had it, the return of Kane. But now he's on SmackDown instead of Raw, and he comes out to save Daniel Bryan, and Daniel's a little nervous, but they end up hugging it out.
Yeah.
The fans, second
We
he comes
knew
out,
that was gonna happen
the second
anyways.
it happens, the fans are cheering, hug it out, and he just jumps into Kane's arms. That was perfect. We have, what do we have next? The next week, actually right before the show ends, Paige announces that the Bludgeon Brothers will then defend their titles against Team Hell No, as we know Kane and Daniel Bryan as, at Extreme Rules. The next show starts with them coming out talking with Renee about their differences and all that. The Usos come out, and rightfully, like they said, what makes you guys deserve a title match? You've done nothing.
Exactly
Paige
right.
announces there will be a main event match between the Usos and Team Hell No. If Usos win, it's a triple threat match, which is very intriguing. I would love to see that triple threat match. Throughout the night, we had Jeff Hardy put up his U.S. title in an open challenge match. Obviously, it was going to happen, being the fact it was the day before 4th of July. Miz comes to the challenge, and like I always say, I hate Miz, but what a match.
He has great matches.
Yes.
You can hate Miz gimmick, but his in-ring abilities, man, he is good.
It's the same thing with Elias. I
Yeah.
don't like Elias promos, but I like Elias the wrestler.
Yeah.
So I love Jeff Hardy with the whole new face paint and the tinted contact lenses and stuff. He's taken some roots that made him very popular in TNA with the face paint, where he closes his eyes and his eyelids look like actual
It kind
eyeballs.
of makes sense. Jeff Hardy's been wrestling since he's 16, and if he continues in the same gimmick over and over and over again, it gets kind of boring. He's allowed to change it up whenever
That's why
he
I'm
wants
so hoping for Willow before he ends his career again.
to. Yeah.
We had the New Day in their pancake eating challenge. Like I said, it's right before 4th of July. Biggest event during 4th of July is the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. So they do a pancake one. Right as it begins, Sanity comes out and attacks them. So we're going to see a Sanity versus New Day faction versus faction thing. You were mentioning before the show here how you're upset with the writers' insanity. If you'd like to explain to the viewers.
I just feel like they should be doing a lot more with them instead of 1 week it's Usos, next week it's New Day.
They really haven't had a real match.
They haven't had a match. Eric Young is just so talented. He really is. I don't know much about Wolf and his wrestling style, but I know Killian is really good
Killian's
too.
amazing.
Killian's amazing. Eric Young's amazing, and they're not really doing anything with him.
Yep.
It's like, why pull them away from NXT when they're doing something to bring to the main roster where now they're not really doing anything?
I mean, even Killian Dane 2 years ago was in the WrestleMania Battle Royal match and nearly won it.
Yeah.
He came in second, I believe.
Killian Dane is amazing.
Yeah. We also had after that the worthless match of the night, Asuka versus Ellsworth. I mean, all they did was Asuka hit him maybe twice. They ran around the arena, and then Carmella comes in with a super kick. She didn't even super kick. She just pushes Asuka into the barricade. I'm like, you can't even do a move. Oh, I got to push you. And then they walk out.
Can't do anything.
Yeah. We then find out that it's going to be this coming up week, Ellsworth versus Asuka again in a lumberjill match.
For no point.
Whoop-de-doo.
I don't know why they brought him back to do this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Asuka is way too talented to be wasting her time on James Ellsworth.
Exactly. We also had another worthless match, AJ Styles versus Aiden English. I mean, it was just worthless. Nothing happened. The main event, of course, was the Usos versus Hell No, and Team Hell No wins, so we are just going to get a regular match against the Bludgeons. So we'll see how that goes.
Now, I want to bring this up. The first week of Smackdown we're talking about, I was super excited because backstage between Becky was talking to another diva or women's wrestler.
I'm about to say.
Did you know who it was?
No, I didn't even notice.
Alicia Fox.
Oh, yes, Alicia's back.
I was so excited. Like, I want her to wrestle tonight, but she didn't wrestle, so.
Because they're not going to do anything with her.
I want her. They need to do something with her.
They do nothing with her.
She's so talented.
Yeah. So
but I was so excited to see her, though. She looked great.
We're going to go over, they have basically the entire card out for Extreme Rules, so we'll quickly go over that, do our predictions.
Yep.
We have Nia Jax in a rematch against Alexa Bliss for the women's title. It's an Extreme Rules match. The only reason I think this is an Extreme Rules match is because it's been verified that Ronda Rousey has bought a front row ticket for this match, and she's going to jump the barricade and go after Bliss.
Well, keep in mind, she was suspended from Raw, not suspended from any other
Well, even
show.
if you're suspended, you can still go to a Raw show if you have a ticket.
Yeah.
It's just she can't jump the barricade because now she's a fan, so obviously she's going to get taken out, and maybe something else will happen. Who knows? I still have Alexa Bliss winning this match.
Me too.
We have the WWE title, AJ Styles versus Rusev. Unfortunately, I got Rusev winning this match.
I have Rusev winning it.
I don't want
Either
to.
Rusev's going to win it or AJ's going to win it, and it's going to be AJ and Samoa Joe.
That's what I want, that match.
That's the only two ways to go.
We have the Raw Tag Team Championships, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt versus the B Team. Before I give you my predictions, I really want yours because you are on the B Team bandwagon.
I am.
The B Team has not lost a match since they became the B Team like 2 months ago.
It would be too predictable if the B Team won.
Yeah.
Do I want them to win? Yes. Are they going to win? No.
Same here. I originally went B Team just because, and then I'm like, I got to rethink
But
this.
we have to think about it not as wrestling fans like we are, but we had to think about it in the wrestling business.
Yeah.
What are they going to do?
It's going to be.
It's too hyped up for them to win it. Exactly. It's not going to happen.
Exactly. Though I could see it happening. I mean, who thought when SmackDown got tag team titles that Rhino and Heath Slater were going to be the very first SmackDown tag team champions? We have Carmella versus Asuka in the rematch. Are we even going to watch this, or is it bathroom time? I have Asuka winning. I think it's going to happen this time.
It's got to happen this time, right?
She's had 3.
Now Ellsworth is back. It's a new storyline for her.
This is her 3rd, since WrestleMania, her 3rd time going for the women's championship. So 3rd time's a charm.
But let's give Carmella some credit where credit's due. She has defended that title more than Brock Lesnar.
This is true. We talked about the Bludgeon Brothers versus Team Hell No.
Yes.
Thoughts?
Bludgeon's winning.
I got Team Hell No.
It's just like the predictable match. You know?
This is going to be Kane's last year.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Kane's going to win it at a big event.
Yeah. We have Ziggler versus Seth Rollins in a 30-minute Iron Man match.
Oh.
This should be good. As long as McIntyre doesn't get involved in the match.
I don't see McIntyre getting involved.
I do. Somehow. He has in the other matches.
That's too early for Dean. Dean's about like a month and a half too early to show back up.
Dean isn't supposed to even make it to SummerSlam, so.
Yeah, like I said, it's a little too early.
Towards the end.
It's tough. It's a tough call.
I've got Ziggler just because you got me on that whole Seth Rollins bandwagon for the Universal title.
Right.
If we ever see it happen.
Right.
Then we have Roman Reigns versus Bobby Lashley. 2 super heavyweights.
I see Roman getting it.
I see neither. It's going to end in a no contest.
Okay.
Either their ref's going to have to break them up because they're going both at it, or they're both get DQ'd, or this is the big one I see happening. The Revival comes out and gets involved in the match. Because this whole thing with Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns and the Revival.
And then maybe. It's possible. It's possible.
Yeah. We have Jeff Hardy versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the U.S. Championship.
That's another tough match. It's going to be a good show. It's a good card.
I have Shinsuke winning, and what is it, the 10th time's the charm for a championship?
And that's what I'm looking at. I'm like, Jeff is talented, and Jeff has taken a couple losses already to Shinsuke, so maybe Jeff's going to win it but then again, Shinsuke's been on a title run for a while, and it's probably his time to get a title soon.
And the last match that just got announced was Finn Balor versus Constable Baron Corbin.
Oh, Finn Balor winning.
Yeah, I got Finn.
Finn's winning that.
So I got to grind. This grinds my gears again here. This is my rant for wrestling.
All right.
It's called Extreme Rules, and we have one Extreme Rules match, and it's a women's match. What's up with that?
I don't know.
This is what I'm getting sick of.
Call Triple H.
Is we're naming these pay-per-views after matches, so you expect each one of those pay-per-views to have at least half the matches doing stuff like that. Well, like when we have TLC, you need to have a tables match, a ladders match, a chairs match, and a TLC match. Note, last year we just got a TLC match.
Yeah.
If they're going to do that, then go back to the 90s when the pay-per-views were named good titles. Mm-hmm. The Great American Bash, Bad Blood, Armageddon, things like that.
Yeah.
Instead of, here, we're going to hype it up that it's a Extreme Rules pay-per-view and we have one Extreme Rules match and it's not even a men's match, so who knows how the women are going to deal with it.
The whole pay-per-view is for Alexa Bliss?
It's crap. It's bull. Yes, it's a decent card, but we've had decent cards before, and
We've had decent cards
and
before.
the show's become crap.
You're absolutely right.
So hopefully, fingers crossed, because next month is the second biggest pay-per-view in WWE's card, SummerSlam.
Yep.
So hopefully we'll see what happens.
Next month already, yeah. It's already August. That's
Yep.
crazy.
Exactly. To finish up wrestling talk, we do a little bit of NXT here. I want to get your thoughts on Tommaso Ciampa challenging Aleister Black for the NXT title. Aleister Black is your guy on NXT.
Aleister Black is good, man. He got so talented. Mm-hmm. But Ciampa lately has been picking it up.
I love Ciampa basically ripping on him about the smoke and mirrors trick. Where you see Aleister Black being lifted like he's standing up. Granted, you don't see the board behind him lifting him up because
some shots you can see
because it's in the smoke. But he just rips on him like, "You're nothing that great. You're not mysterious. It's all smoke and mirrors."
No, Ciampa's great, man. Have you ever seen any of his matches?
I see a lot of his matches.
Okay. Well, after him and
Johnny Wrestling.
Yeah.
I saw it too. Then Johnny Wrestling's got a little rivalry going on with EC3 now too.
Yeah,
So NXT is starting to heat up.
it really is. It's good to see Johnny Wrestling doing something else.
Do you see Aleister Black winning or Ciampa taking the title?
I see Ciampa taking the
Ciampa?
title. Oh, yeah.
To finish it up, the one thing I have to say is NXT needs to go to 2 hours.
We talked about this. Honestly, 205 go to 2 hours too. But NXT definitely needs to go to 2.
NXT's been
Next
on.
goes for 2 hours.
It's been on now for like 3 years on the network. Their roster is huge.
2 to 3 matches a show is not enough.
Especially now that they added the new title, the North American title.
Yeah, which, by the way, Adam Cole has not defended.
Yeah, I
but
know.
only once.
Yeah, exactly. You can keep talking. I think I got to
But
sneeze.
right now they have a bunch of rivalries going on that make no sense. Dakota Kai, I'm not sure if you've seen a bunch of her stuff, but
Oh yeah, the flying sailor.
she's like
Sailor Moon.
Bailey, but like down at
She reminds me of
heels.
Sailor Moon.
Does she?
Yes.
Ugh.
And the crappy what's her face Blaze or whatever as the women's champion is.
Shayna Blazer?
She's still crap.
Ugh.
I'm sorry, I still got to say it. That's it for wrestling talk. We talk too much. Moving on.
Yeah, okay, moving on. There's a lot going on.
I'm sorry, but Blazer,
we could have a
is crap.
full show.
Blazer is crap.
We can have a full show about it.
Yes.
All right, up next, Andy, is our new segment called Anime Corner.
Yep.
All right. We're doing something different this time, okay?
Yes.
Last couple shows, we did a couple minute clips. Mm-hmm. I don't think it justifies the anime enough.
Yes.
So we talked. You mentioned you liked the Dragon Ball entrance, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to show you entrances of these animes now.
Yes.
And we're going to go from there. So you're going to watch this one coming up, and I'm going to talk about it as it goes on.
Let's do it.
Sound good?
Let's do it.
All right, let's run that clip. All right, and this is one of my favorites. This is Fairy Tail.
Oh, I see the cat from Dragon Ball in it. Beyonce's little cat dude.
That's not Quark.
It's not Quark?
That's not Quark. Fairy Tail is a set in Earthland. The show follows Natsu, the main character, and his best buddy and ex-lead, a flying cat named Happy. The show is pretty much Natsu searching for his foster father. He's a dragon called Igneel. Natsu and Happy belong to a magical guild called Fairy Tail. It's pretty much the whole land has a bunch of different guilds. Mm-hmm. All right, and all with different kind of magic in it. You know, so Natsu's a fireman. He can eat fire, blow fire, whatever he wants to do with fire, right? Then you have Urza. She is an equipped. She can equip her armor, weapons, things like that.
Okay.
You have Gray, who's ice. Shoot ice after that. And the last member on the team is Luke. She's a celestial spirit magician. So she has a key to unlock the spirit world, and she can connect celestial spirits to help her battle. Mm-hmm. So what'd you think of that beginning?
Here's my thought.
All right.
Anime. The one thing I have to ask, do I have to read the subtitles throughout the entire
No,
series?
that is English. Most anime I'm going to show you is going to have English dubbed, okay?
Because I understand a lot of anime comes from Japan and then gets readapted into English here.
Not all anime come from Japan.
Sorry, yes, because anime is Japanese cartoon.
Exactly.
So that's my biggest thing. It has to be all in English because I hate reading subtitles through everything.
I'm not going to lie, I will show you a few that is Japanese only. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, I'm going to present to you any anime you can watch has English dubbed.
Now, that one compared to the last one you showed me,
Bleach.
I would watch that before Bleach.
Okay.
I mean, this is the thing. We're different now with the entrances. I always say a good intro has to catch my attention.
Yes.
That's the thing. And then when you're discussing what it's about, is a lot better than just watching a clip.
That's what I thought too.
I have to ask you though, this reminds me too much of Avatar, The Last Airbender, where each person has a different gimmick kind of thing.
Yep.
So that's why it almost makes me wonder if that's what catched your attention, because you are a huge Last Airbender fan.
I am. Honestly, it's the whole storyline of Fairy Tail. Let me tell you how I met Fairy Tail. I was going through Netflix, searching for stuff, and I kept seeing shows like Fairy Tail. Mm-hmm. I read the description that Netflix had on there, and Netflix description was follow the story of a boy as he goes through fairy tale creatures.
Okay.
I was like, that sounds stupid. I was born today, so I decided to watch it. The description was completely wrong. Has nothing to do with fairy tale type creatures.
Yeah.
At all. And this show just exploded in my lap, and I just binge watched it.
All right.
Because I liked it because there's a lot of action, lots of comedy. And the storyline is actually really cool. So they have different segments. So that beginning you saw, that was like the 8th entrance song for the show so far.
Yeah. So basically, this is how I'm going to go forward with Anime Corner.
Okay.
We're going to do the Roman way in the arena of how you judge yes or no.
All right.
So we got the thumb.
Yes.
If it's a no, it's a definite.
Right.
I probably won't watch it. If it's an up, yes, there's a chance that I could. So, yes.
Okay.
So it's a yes.
Perfect.
So I think we've done 3 now.
Yes.
Dragon Ball was
Yes.
a massive yes.
Well, that was just introducing the new segment. Right?
Then we had a no. Now it's a yes.
Now,
So,
here's the other. In a couple months, I'm going to redo Bleach again. But we're going to do it with the entire beginning entrance.
all right.
Just so you can refresh and be like, okay, that's what it's about. Because Bleach is kind of a cool show.
We'll see.
All right? But we got to keep in mind, okay, as we go on with the Anime Corner, it's not all about action stuff. Japan is crazy when it comes to their ideas.
Yeah.
They make shows about everything. The next one I already have in mind, it's a very small anime, but it's something you've never thought they'd make a storyline about. Okay?
All right.
And it's going to be real interesting.
I'll keep in mind.
All right. So I'm glad you enjoyed that. If you want, I own season 1 through 3 that you can watch
We'll see.
on Blu-ray. So with that being over, we're going to start up the Box Office Heroes, segment, huh?
It was a little hard here. There were 4 out of the 3 I wanted to put, but I went with these 3.
All right.
Number 3, I'm going with Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
Okay.
Number 2, Sicario 2. And number 1 has to be number 1, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
All right. Number 3, Jurassic World 2.
Okay.
Number 2, Incredibles 2.
Really? That's still in there.
Oh, you ready for the number?
That wasn't even in my top 4.
Another?
No.
Ooh. Number 1, Ant-Man and Wasp.
Yeah.
So Ant-Man and Wasp gets 76 million.
It's obvious.
Incredibles 2, 29 million.
Okay.
Jurassic World, 28 million.
I'm trying to remember what the 4th one was that I thought. It was at the end of June, but I don't remember.
All right. So every few months or so, I like to bring up worldwide top box office.
All right.
Okay. Do you want to take any stabs at the top 5?
Oh God, I can't remember what's come out. Obvious number 1 is Avengers.
Okay.
Obviously, it made over $1 billion, or $2 billion, or something like that. Let's see. Black Panther's got to be in there for some reason. Everyone kept seeing it months after it was done.
All right.
If we're going back that far,
We're going back that far.
we're going back even to December because God, Jumanji just
No,
ran
that's
through.
all 2018.
Okay. We got Black Panther.
Well, you got 2, Andy. You got 2. That's good enough.
Yeah, I can't think of.
All right.
There's been so many movies that have come out.
I have the top 5 for you, okay?
Okay.
Number 5, Deadpool.
Makes sense.
At 700 million. Okay. Incredibles 2 is up there.
Makes sense.
700 million. Jurassic World 2.
Makes sense.
Black Panther.
Makes sense. I guess makes sense.
And then number 1 is
Avengers.
Infinity Wars.
Yeah. Okay, so they all make sense.
Yeah.
There's not some stupid.
Bobbling.
Yeah, he's bobbling a little bit. I kicked
He's
his tail.
dancing. He's dancing for the list, Andy. He's dancing.
There's not some crappy. Well, yeah, he finally got to fight again. There's not some crappy anime on there that I don't realize why people go and see some of these stupid movies, but makes sense.
But Incredible 2, I guess, was real good. Did you watch it yet?
Incredibles 2, no, I have not.
No? I've heard some really good stuff about it.
Know what makes sense? They're all owned by Disney.
Well, except for Deadpool.
Disney owns Fox now.
That deal isn't quite settled yet.
I'm still calling it Disney.
All right. Up next, we have, our movie trailer of the week.
Let's hit it.
All right. Let's play that movie trailer. This week, we are going to be talking about Skyscraper.
Dwayne Johnson's newest movie.
Dwayne Johnson's new movie, Skyscraper.
Right now.
You know what this movie reminds me of when I watched it? San Andreas.
Really?
It's kind of the whole rescue, the big thing going on.
I had
Rescue.
Die Hard in my head.
Well, I had that way in the beginning when the trailer first came out.
But here's what's surprising about the trailer. They brought out Nev Campbell.
Without that bad luck.
You're still on that, aren't you?
I'm still, it's amazing. She's never in anything, and here she is, starring with The Rock.
Daddy loves who? Daddy loves who?
What I like about the story is the whole him being a paraplegic and everything, and just being able to overcome his, as people would say, his handicap to rescue his family.
Yeah. I mean, so far, I've seen this trailer like 3 or 4 times already. It looks really good.
What I love in this is, like what he says, the guy asks him, what do you think about my skyscraper? He goes, well, you built something where if we're up top and something happens, we're fully trapped and can't escape. Good job.
Yeah. It looks like plenty of action in it. But yeah, it definitely had that Die Hard feel more than anything.
It's like that Die Hard and what is it? Flaming Inferno, I think is what it is, where the skyscraper is on fire. I forget what it's called. It's an older movie. It's like 80s. What do you think of his?
Now, can The Rock ride a motorcycle one leg?
Good. He's climbing a skyscraper.
That's a little bit simpler. I mean,
And he runs and jumps off a giant beam.
yeah, with the bike, you gotta hit the pedals and stuff.
Right there.
Yeah,
I'd like
that's
to see you do that with a prosthetic leg.
Yeah, so you have 2 good legs.
Now, what do you think about his mustache goatee with a little bit of gray in it, sporting the old man look?
It's protecting something that I want.
He's getting older.
You're going to get it from
He definitely pulled it off.
He can pull off a tutu for crying out loud.
If you say so.
But yeah, movie comes out this weekend. I think it's the 13th.
I think it's coming out real soon.
And this is definitely a scare.
You going to the theater and seen it?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna try. Doesn't mean I'm going to. I still haven't seen Tag. I still haven't seen Ant-Man, Wasp, stuff like that. But
Yeah.
Jurassic
You gotta
World.
be a little scared.
And just where I was going to see it theater,
I gotta get you out
I have
of
no
this
time.
building. I need you to be brave
No
right
time
now.
to go.
Daddy loves who?
All right, with this trailer, Andy, DVD, buy it, Blu-ray when it comes out.
Oh, I gotta watch it first. I mean, if I don't
Just
see
look
it in
at
the
it right
theater, I would just watch the trailer.
Yeah.
But I thought the trailer was great for Man of Steel too. Yeah, so Skyscraper, starring Dwayne Johnson, comes out July 13th.
Oh,
That is a great use of the like.
oh, July 13th. Yep.
Exactly. So yeah, can't wait to see that. We'll see.
So I'm going to add on to the movie show a little bit. I did look up on Rotten Tomatoes to see how they thought, right? They have not rated this movie yet, but they did put a 96% want to see it.
Everybody always says that, and then it goes down.
You'd be amazed at these ratings that these people do. It's incredible.
We'll see.
Any other topics that you want to?
I have a little TV talk.
Well, all right, let's do
Little
it.
TV talk. So I watched season 3, the first half of The Ranch. Watched it.
Oh, yep.
Love it. Let me just say, if you haven't watched The Ranch, go out and watch it. It's a comedy, but it's a lot of drama. It hits you hard in the chest, in the heart, with all the troubles they go through. Like this first half of the season, the big thing was the wildfire, burning down the farms and stuff like that. So it hits you. I mean, Colt, when he was dating Heather, they lost their child in pregnancy and all that. So it is a comedy drama. It does hit you, but it's also got that little bit of comedy. Unfortunately, Rooster leaves at the end of the season. We know why, the whole allegations and all that. That's why he has to leave. But a nice touch how they make him leave on the show.
It gives him a chance to come back.
Exactly. And I see once the show comes to an end, I see that happening. I'm really hoping that the show doesn't go down the drain with him gone. Hopefully Dax Shepard can hold the mantle.
Hopefully.
So we'll see. I was so excited because CBS canceled this show and I really enjoy it. It's called Me, Myself, and I. After the first half of the season, it was like 8 episodes, they canceled it. But they decided to bring it back right now and air the last half of the season.
You always made them, might as well.
Yeah, so at least I get to see how the season ends. But another great show to me got
Who
canceled.
stars in that show?
Oh, I forget his name.
You forget his name.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. But the biggest show that got canceled, where I really just want to kick their door down and shove my foot where the sun don't shine, is AMC canceled Comic Book Men after 96 episodes. I am so ticked off. Today's a lot of Grind My Gears Day.
Right.
That's what the episode should be called, Grind My Gears. I am so ticked off this show. This is what AMC's doing now. They're canceling Walking Dead. They're canceling Comic Book Men. No one's going to want to watch AMC anymore.
Well, they had a good run.
That show is amazing.
It was a good show, but I mean, there's only so much you can
Hence
do.
how we got the idea with the little microphones here.
It's a show that can't go on forever. It's one of those shows that,
It can go on forever. There's a lot of comic book related crap out there.
there is, but I mean, these guys, who knows what they're doing in their personal lives now, so
Still.
probably some of them probably, Ming probably left the comic book shop.
Someday I want to go see the comic book store.
Right.
But,
it's only in Jersey here. Only a
Yeah.
hop,
Still.
skip, jump away.
Still, it ticked me off. Anything you watching in TV right now?
No. I'm just watching CSI right now.
Still a decent show.
It is still a decent show. I like my cop shows, Andy.
There you go.
I like my cop shows.
To finish off before main event 2, we have some Go talk I have to bring up.
Oh, okay.
It's been a huge week or two in Pokemon Go. We had Squirtle Community Day. I caught my 3 shinies. I'm happy with that. I didn't get Squirtle Squad Squirtle. We had Shiny Articuno for a couple hours. I didn't catch that. I slept through it. And then there was a Mewtwo raid. You weren't able to go, but the wife and the kids went. And you have some exciting news.
I actually planned this out where I left my phone with Amber.
Yeah.
And I kept the house with me, so I had a phone anyways.
Yeah.
Sent her out. My son Tristan was real excited. He caught her. My first one.
Yeah.
A shiny of Shuppet.
Yes. And you still won't trade it to me.
No. Why would I?
I'm going to convince your Tristan to be like, Tristan, you want one of these instead?
I'm still going to say no.
I don't have a shiny Shuppet. But the exciting news is you and the missus now officially have Mewtwo's.
Yes.
You're welcome. Because I caught it for you both.
Yeah. Hey.
I showed them how to do the raid. I got everything. So, yes, you got Mewtwo now.
I do.
So, but yeah, that's a little bit of Go Talk. I'm excited to see next month.
Yeah, they keep taking this game up to the next level, and I'm glad they don't do it all at once.
Yep.
It takes a couple weeks, here's something else, couple weeks, here's something
I had that conversation with Tristan. He's like, "Is this one in there? Is this one?" No. Well, that's stupid. It should be. I'm like, it's because every year the next generation.
Yeah.
There's like 10 generations. You can't have them all go at once because then the game would explode with all the data.
Right.
You have to casually put it in there.
Yeah.
But I like the whole this year what they're doing with the community days, where each month it's a different guy and you can get shinies and stuff like that.
It's a nice touch.
So
It's a nice touch.
I can't wait to see who it is next time. My biggest thing, which hopefully they do soon, is at raids. I want a Dragonite to be a raid. Because I have 3 Dragonites and they're all weak that I've caught out in the world. I want a Dragonite raid to get a good Dragonite.
Nice
So.
strong one for you.
Exactly. So, nothing else. We have a big main event.
We have a big main event. Today, we are going to discuss live-action Disney movies.
Yes.
I'm going to start by saying this. At this point in time, Andy, is it really necessary for Disney to make live-action movies when it's kind of double-dipping their hands in the cookie jar?
How do you mean double dipping? I mean,
They already came out with the movies, like Aladdin, for instance.
yeah.
Nice cartoon movie. They made a lot of money off of that. Now they're making a live-action
Well, this
and
is the
making
thing.
more money off the same exact movie.
This is the thing. People are going to watch these because we grew up watching the cartoon versions.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we're adults, it's nice to see the same thing, but in a adult form movie. What I learned when I was a substitute teacher is, and it really ticked me off, all you parents out there that grew up with us not having your kids watch these, is these kids today do not know anything about good Disney movies, the ones we grew up watching. The new crap they're making now, again, is crap. There's a couple rare ones that are good, but the original ones are great. So with them redoing the live actions, the kids are now watching it as a live action, and seem to enjoy it. So I'll take that where, okay, parents aren't letting them watch the cartoons, but we'll let them watch the live action.
Okay.
So, I don't know. I don't think it's double dipping. I'm enjoying it. You're enjoying it. You like The Jungle Book.
I took my kids to the theater that movie.
You're going to see Aladdin.
Oh, probably.
You really want to see that. The Lion King.
Well, let's discuss this list right now, Andy. We talk about each movie in its own entity.
All right.
August 3rd, 2018, Christopher Robin. Mark Forster is directing it. It's starring Ewan McGregor.
Yes.
I'm not a big Winnie the Pooh fan.
Well, we discussed this during summer movies when we talked about it.
Yeah.
I plan on trying to see this with my younger cousin because growing up, she was a huge Winnie the Pooh fan. And I didn't mind it either. I liked Winnie the Pooh. So it's kind of bringing back a little bit of the childhood again. Like I said, we watched these movies as kids, watching the live actions.
Yeah, the only difference with this one, I don't think it's actually based off any of the actual Winnie the Pooh movies. This is its own entity of a movie.
Exactly. Christopher Robin's now an adult, and Pooh and the gang are trying to help him find his childhood, kind of, because he's just become here, let me work all the time and ignore my family.
All right, and up next, March 29th, 2019, Dumbo with Tim Burton directing it.
I don't care for Dumbo. I never did as a kid. Smartest thing is having Tim Burton direct this because Dumbo is one of those dark Disney movies. And Tim Burton knows how to do dark movies. So it's smart to have
What's
Tim
your favorite Tim Burton movie?
None.
None?
I am not a Tim Burton fan.
None?
No. I think he ruined Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, yeah. That wasn't very good.
And then, I mean, Nightmare Before Christmas, I don't really care for. It's just not a big fan of Tim Burton movies. But it's smart to have him do
Edward Scissorhands.
No.
No?
Nope. I don't like the dark kind of movies. They do nothing for me. But it's smart to do Dumbo.
All right. May 24th, 2019, we got Aladdin coming out.
Yes.
Guy Ritchie is directing it. Do you know who Guy Ritchie is?
Yep.
Okay. A few folks that don't know, he's the guy that directed Sherlock Holmes and one of my favorite movies, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. They have Will Smith playing as a genie. Andy, how do you feel about that?
Well, we've discussed it. Obviously, we would all love to have Robin Williams rest in peace, but that's not going to happen. They've mentioned that they wanted to use Robin Williams' voice for the genie, but unfortunately, his estate has it where no one can use his voice in any voiceovers for 25 years after his death. So obviously, that wasn't going to happen. I think Will Smith can do a decent genie. Will Smith is a really great actor. I just watched one of his movies, which is amazing, which was Pursuit of Happiness again. And if you go and just watch it, he can.
Well, I'm pretty sure this is just going to be a voiceover for him anyways.
Yeah. So.
Do you think they did it mostly because he's going to sing?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
But do you see Will Smith singing the classic?
I don't even know.
Songs?
I don't even know if they'll do it where he's a blue genie. He might be.
Just a black genie and.
He might be an actual you see live action kind of thing. He might not CGI it.
That'd be kind of weird.
I don't know. I'm excited for Aladdin. Aladdin's one of my all-time favorite Disney movies. So
one of mine too. When I did go through the casting list, I did not see a Iago casting. So they may have him there, just not talking.
They need Gilbert Gottfried to do Iago.
That's what I said too.
Yes. They might, because in Lion King, they got James Earl Jones to do Mufasa.
Which we'll be talking about next.
Yep.
But right now, we're talking Aladdin.
The biggest thing in Aladdin's going to be what everyone's talking about is this new actor who's playing Aladdin. This is his first big role.
Yep.
So, and this is supposed to be one of the biggest anticipated movies coming out for Disney.
Oh, definitely.
And can he hold the mantle? I forget the actress's name who plays Jasmine, but we've seen her in Terra Nova. She played the Pink Ranger in Power Rangers.
Power Rangers movie,
So she has roles under her
Naomi
belt.
something.
Yeah, but she has those roles under her belt where she's played in big movies and TV shows, or semi.
Yeah.
So
she's been in front of the camera before, so
yeah, but he hasn't. That's the thing.
Now with all these movies that we're talking about, they're all gonna be singing, right? They're gonna have songs in them, right? Original songs.
They should.
They should, right?
Yep.
All right. Next up, July 19th, 2019, we have Lion King.
Yes.
With Jon Favreau directing it.
Yes.
James Earl Jones is gonna be in it. Don Glover is going to be playing Simba.
Yep.
Seth Rogen playing Timon.
Yep. We have Beyonce as Nala. We have John.
A huge cast. Huge cast.
John Candy. John Candy plays Rafiki. He's Black Panther's father. But what I'm excited is Jon Favreau directing this. He did an amazing job with Lion King, the Jungle Book. So you're expecting it to be basically the same. There's a teaser trailer actually out for Lion King that I haven't watched yet.
Okay.
So I cannot wait to watch that. But plus Jon Favreau is amazing.
This
actor
should
and
be
director.
a pretty decent movie if they're going to do anything like Jungle Book.
Yeah. The thing is, Jungle Book had the music, which was great.
Yep.
Lion King is another big one where there's a lot of music.
There's a lot of music.
So they need to. That's the thing.
What I want to know is, can Seth Rogen sing?
Well, he plays Pumbaa. It doesn't really
Plays
have
Timon.
to. Oh, Timon, yes. No, I thought it was Pumbaa.
No, he plays Timon, I thought.
I have
no, it is Pumbaa.
It is Pumbaa.
It is Pumbaa.
He's a Pumbaa. Look at him.
He's a Pumbaa.
I can't remember. The guy who plays Timon is some professional comedian.
Yeah.
But it's a Pumbaa. He doesn't really have to sing, have to be good at singing. Pumbaa never was in the cartoon.
Yeah, he never really was. I think he's fine then.
Yeah. But very excited. The only thing that's upsetting me with this is I have to wait another whole year to go see it because it's not until the summer next year.
Yeah.
July 19th. So.
Yep. Up next, we have March 27th, 2020, the live-action Mulan movie
Yes.
with Nikki Caro directing it and no cast yet.
Yep. This movie was actually supposed to come out November 2nd of this year.
Yeah.
And Disney announced that no music and no songs were going to be in this movie.
Which was really disappointing.
Which, it's Disney. All Disney movies have music and songs. And fans blew up the internet complaining about this, and now the movie's been pushed back 2 more years, which obviously means they're rewriting the script and everything. So,
well, they're rewriting the script and they're recasting.
Which obviously, when something like that happens, I think they actually listen to the fans and they're probably writing the music into it.
Well, I think Disney should.
Yeah. So.
All right. Next up, the rest of them are to be announced dates.
Well, I have one more that has a
What do you
release
have?
date. Christmas of this year, Mary Poppins Returns.
Huh.
You didn't know? I've talked about it a bunch of times.
I just don't care.
Stars Emily Blunt as Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
It's set in the distant future where was it? I had Jane and Michael Banks, the kids from the original, are now grown up and are having problems with their families. So Mary Poppins returns, and Dick Van Dyke will have a cameo role in the movie, which he should.
You know, there's a very funny, almost meme online right now about Mary Poppins, that she went to Hogwarts and she was in Hufflepuff.
Oh my
What do you
God.
think about that, Andy? All right, back on track.
Stupid.
To be announced, Maleficent 2. Angelina Jolie's going to be in it.
Oh my God.
That's all I have to say about that.
This is the thing with this one. I've seen the first one, and
I never saw it.
It was okay. My problem is Disney decided they wanted to take Sleeping Beauty, and instead of readapting the movie into live action, let's make Maleficent the good guy, and Aurora's parents the bad guys. And it just didn't make sense. I want the movie the way it was, not let's retool the whole script. This isn't DC where it's Crisis on Two Earths.
And it's not.
And we don't. To me, I don't need a second one. It wasn't an original Disney movie. If you're going to do Disney live actions, do
Hey,
the actual ones.
That's what we got.
I mean, even Mary Poppins Returns, I'm like, we'll see.
To be announced, Pinocchio, with Paul King directing it, no cast.
Thing with this movie is Tim Burton, being the fact I don't like Tim Burton movies, needs to direct Pinocchio as well.
Okay.
Because Pinocchio is another one of those really dark movies.
Right.
And he's the perfect director for that.
Yeah. I didn't really look in the background of Paul King. He might have good experience in this kind of area. I don't know.
Again, Pinocchio, though, isn't really one I care for.
To be announced, Prince Charming, with Steven Chbosky directing it, no cast.
I didn't write it down because I felt like it didn't deserve to be written down. When you think Disney, you think Disney princesses. That's what all the movies are evolved around. I don't need a movie now. Let's talk about all the princes who never had lines
Wow.
in any of the movies. Literally, you see the princes for 2 seconds. Whoop-de-doo.
I don't tell you, man. I don't work for Disney movies.
Stupid.
I'm just a reporter.
This is where, when you're talking about we're double dipping and we're in the cookie jar and more money,
They're taking-
now
yeah.
they're just trying to pump crap
And
out.
this is exactly what I was talking about. Is
guess-
that they have these movies coming out that you don't need, but they make
So
them
I guess
anyways.
it's like a role reversal. They say James Franco, for every one good movie he makes 3 crappy ones. I guess for Disney, for every 3 good movies they make a crappy one. It's just role reversed.
I don't know one good James Franco movie.
This is the end. The interview.
I think it was 149 hours, 169 hours. When he was a rock climber and he
Yeah.
said,
You remember the interview where they go to North Korea? That movie was amazing.
actually, there's one movie I've not seen yet that he's in. It's him and his brother.
What about Spider-Man 2 and 3?
James Franco
As
in
the
that?
Green Goblin.
Oh, that's right.
He plays Harry.
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
He actually did a decent job.
He did so bad, I totally forgot he was in it.
I think you just didn't like it because Topher Grace was in the third one.
He was terrible.
Back on track.
To be announced, Oliver Twist with Tommy Kail directing it. I don't know him. And Ice Cube is a cast member.
Oh, wait. I'm thinking Oliver and Company, which is about the cat and the dogs.
Right.
Oliver Twist. I don't need a Charles Dickens book or whatever it is.
I'm just a reporter
I want my Disney movies. Why are you bringing up crap?
because I just report on this stuff.
Oh,
But Ice Cube's going to be in it.
whoop-de-doo.
All right. To be announced, James and the Giant Peach. No director, no cast.
It was a stupid
You know
movie
what that
when
means?
it came out.
This movie's getting scrapped.
Good. It was a
This movie's
stupid
getting
movie when it
scrapped.
came out. Like I said, this is grind my gears day.
Here is the one that you want to be watching most for, I know. To be announced, Cruella. No director, but
God.
Emma Stone is a
Oh.
cast member.
Let me just get this straight. I love me some Emma Stone. I love Emma Stone.
That's why you're gonna like this movie.
She's amazing. I loved her as Gwen Stacy in The Amazing Spider-Man. She did a great job. And what's that movie where she's with Jonah Hill?
Jonah Hill.
Yeah, what was it called? Where they get the alcohol and all that stuff. I'm gonna know it once we're done.
Well, you can announce it on Facebook Live.
Yeah, I can't remember. Basically, at the end, he's drunk and he falls onto her face and headbutts her.
I am Jonah
like,
Hill.
oh.
I'm not a big Emma Stone fan.
But Cruella, let me just mention this. Again, it's not a 101 Dalmatians movie. It's a backstory to Cruella. It's an origins movie is what it is, before she became the villain.
Yeah.
I don't need it.
So, we have a few minutes left. I'm going to fly through them, and I have like 2 I want to talk about, all right?
Okay.
To be announced, Tink. No director. Reese Witherspoon is a cast member.
They're doing that. They're doing that real quick just because they've had so much success with all the Tinkerbell merchandise and all her individual cartoon movies. So they're going to play on that.
All right, let's work with this then, because I was going to skip it, but then you brought it up. We're going to talk about it. Do you think this Tink movie is going to be based on the Tinkerbell movies?
No, well, I guarantee what it is.
Like, with Tinkerbell in, like, the fairyland with all of her
I
fairy
guarantee
friends.
what this movie is going to be. It's going to be an origin story before she met Peter Pan. And then the next year, the Peter Pan movie is going to come out.
Maybe.
Or even in the same year, for crying out loud.
Maybe. I don't know. Tink, they can do too much stuff for that. But again, no, this movie and the movie I'm talking about next, they don't need to make. To be announced, Peter Pan. David Lurie is directing it. He did Pete's Dragon.
And Pete's Dragon is one of my favorite original Disney movies, and the remake was crap.
So you're going to have that directing style in the new Peter Pan movie.
Lovely.
No cast member.
Lovely.
Lady and the Tramp.
Where are you finding these? I don't have these.
Charlie Bean is directing it. He really only did like art directing in movies. So, I'm not sure how it's going to be. Next one, I'm looking forward to. Sword in the Stone.
Yes.
Juan Carlos Fresnino is directing it. He's got it directed 28 days later. That zombie apocalypse movie.
Yeah.
He's the one that directed that. He's doing a Disney movie.
See, I always loved this because I was a huge growing up and still am King Arthur story person.
Oh, yeah.
So I was really excited. The link where I watched a bunch of these, the guy who was talking about the movies thinks Melissa McCarthy needs to be in this playing the evil witch. I'm like, because she's nuts and crazy. I'm like, no, I hate Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah,
I don't want her in this movie.
I do too. To be announced, I'm actually maybe a little bit looking forward to this one, Andy. Little Mermaid.
Yes.
No
I was waiting
director.
for you to mention
No
this
director,
one.
no cast.
Oh, no. I have more info.
Okay.
So it's still many years away because no casting and all that. The CGI and effects should be amazing in this movie because look at Pirates of the Caribbean. So it's going to be like that. People who are interested in starring in this movie are Lindsay Lohan and Chris Evans have been talking about trying to star in this movie.
Chris Evans as Eric.
Could be.
That's kind of cool.
The studio, though, their top choice to play Ariel is Zendaya from Spider-Man Homecoming, MJ.
Huh.
So.
All right, and the last one on my list to be announced. We don't need this movie, Andy. We don't need to have to say it. I'll say it. It's Snow White.
Snow White and the
No
Seven Dwarfs.
director, no cast.
This is the thing. I've heard that it's not going to be like Snow White and the Huntsman. It's going to be more like the cartoon, which is good. What they need, though, is the dwarves need to be big-name actors. I want good big-name actors to play certain dwarves.
Like Danny DeVito and Joe Pesci.
But you know what I mean. Coming off Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, they've mentioned they're going to do one called Rose Red, which is the actual story that we've never really known much about, but it is out there. Snow White's sister, Rose Red. And while Snow White is in her coma after eating the poison apple, Rose Red is trying to find a cure.
But what you know right now, I will go see this movie if they cast Charlie Day as a dwarf. I will watch this movie.
There's a couple more, but we're out of time.
We are out of time.
Well, I'll save them for the next show. We'll go over them then. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Legends of the Nerds. Follow us on Twitter at KrillinMan.
Twitter.
Like and follow our page on Facebook, Legends of the Nerds. And you can try to subscribe to our YouTube page, but we are redoing it. We'll have more info in the days to come on that. Like I said,
I Periscope the shows.
There we go. We got Periscope too. So we'll add a little bit more next time with the Disney shows. I'm not sure what else we'll talk about.
Maybe we got some more stuff
But
to do,
hey, it's always exciting. We don't know what we're going to do till that day happens. So thanks for joining. Stay nerdy.